Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and initially I didn't plan to make another video on the dungeon. I wasn't even sure if I would go in again and try anything else, as I was pretty much done with this event, but one of you, Saypunks, suggested that I could make another video showcasing Sephiroth with his newest water weapon, but I don't have much for magic water, so this is very far from an ideal team because other characters would work better. Tifa would be great, but I don't have anything for Tifa. I didn't pull on her 1 year anniversary banner, and her big PP water glove is still 5-star, same as Kate's magic buffing weapon, so I don't really have any other or better options than this team, and as I said, it's very far from an ideal team, but somehow it actually works very well, and since Sephiroth is for the most part the only DPS, I thought I might showcase him as well. But still, somehow I actually managed to beat my previous score with this team. And also, by the way, I have seen some whales compare Sephiroth to Tifa, and it's actually not surprising that the numbers are very close because of Tifa having her secondary weapon that applies buffs and debuffs. At least until Sephiroth gets a secondary water weapon for his water set. But that means that Tifa would work very well instead of Sephiroth, or even together if you have both of them. But this garbage is what I have, so Sephiroth has DPS snag just to debuff water resistance and a few times to help with damage, and Barret's only job is to buff Sephiroth's attack. Barret has Gear Voucher outfit with Satellite Beam, Micro Laser for M-Attack buffs, Shark Slayer is just for HP and buff debuff extension, it's below OB6 so I won't be using this command ability. Mana Breach to debuff magic defense, Silence just in case and a stat stick, and in sub-equipment slots Barret has Baja Sword for physical attack for all allies, but it's just to boost Leviathan Summon, Baja Rods because it has M-Attack for all allies and Centipede. Naaki has Canyon outfit with Ramu, Noble Collar for water attack and stats, Silver Collar for debuffs, and Materia just stat stakes, but this one is a magic water materia just in case. And in sub-equipment slots Naaki has Sunbrella to boost his magic attack, Stream Guard for M-Attack for all allies, and Stream Axe to boost Leviathan. Sephiroth has Water Arcanum outfit with Leviathan, Edgar's Blade for DPS, Shrina is just for stats, Genji, all materia just stat sticks, and in sub-equipment slots Sephiroth has Better Gloves for water potency, Electro Cannon and Protector's Blade to boost magic attack. So, because it's a magic team, I will not go for Iron Giant but Zetant Ratel instead because he gives that magic buff. So, because it's the first battle, we have to wait for max stance but also AEB, but here, water resistance debuff, Barret, I just buff Sephiroth, and then Mana Breach, and then I wait for max stance and then I hit with Sephiroth with Naaki just once, because I know Sephiroth will not be able to finish off the boss himself and there will be just a sliver of HP. But I practiced it a few times so I know exactly what I have to do. So, now the trans abilities, and obviously the right one because it's magic attack and buff. The reason why I went for the ads is because I want to have a little bit more AEB on Sephiroth for the next boss, otherwise it will not work. So after this, just one more. Alright. Here, same thing, debuff or resistance, buff Sephiroth's magic attack, and just now I'm going to do 2 attacks, because now he should be casting, yes, that's the silence, and the second attack goes just before he does his animation because his water gauge is depleted. So this has to be fast, otherwise you lose some seconds. Alright, and the next one, the left one, because you need only 3 AEB to execute big attacks. Alright, next boss. And here, same thing, debuff or resistance, buff Sephiroth. And just try to kill the boss, but also I'm trying to juggle between the bosses to decrease the water resistance, because I am trying to get Leviathan very soon. And hopefully that will work. Ideal would be to get Leviathan in time for the main boss, for that Genesis copy. But I'm going to use it here, because it still makes the battle a little bit quicker. Oh really? Just a tiny bit? Fine. And that should be it, hopefully. Yeah. But yeah, most ideal would be to have Leviathan ready for all 3 bosses. But I didn't have enough AEB for that. And now for the transability. Obviously the right one, there's no better option than this one. Right, same thing. Debuff water resistance, buff Sephiroth's attack, and I am just going to let Sephiroth finish off that giant and no one else. And also because we are using magic, that physical defense buff doesn't matter. And the last trance ability. And I am going to go for the left one, because the other ones, they don't benefit me at all. But now, still have to kill off the ads. I still have to build up Nanaki's and Barrett's limit breaks, but I also don't want to sit on those death claws, because they are dangerous. In my opinion, they are more dangerous than the bosses. But they have this laser attack, so you don't want to get hit by that, because it hurts a lot. So I'm just going to sit here. And now... yeah, that laser, you don't want to get hit by that. Alright, now just the cactuars are remaining. And then the last boss. Those cactuars are not really dangerous, but you want to finish off that cactuar A as quickly as possible before he gets to execute his charge attack. It's not very dangerous, it doesn't hurt a lot, but ideally you want to avoid that. But it's looking pretty good. Maybe. Let's see if Naki finishes off. Never mind. Oh, fine. Right, one more. Also, don't forget if you have any chests you forgot to claim. Otherwise you lose some points. Oh, come on. This has to be done very quickly. Buff, debuff, do one attack with Sephiroth and prepare to use your summons. But also stay on Sephiroth or your DPS, because just after the summons hit, I will do one more attack and that should kill the boss. But it has to be done very quickly. Because if you have to switch to a character and then press attack, it's very likely it will be too late. So here, yeah, it went through. Because if he does this animation, then it will slow you down because he will buff his water resistance and everything, so you'll lose some time, damage, and your score will be lower. But yeah, I think that was a very good run, so I think the score will be nice. Yeah, that's actually a great score. But yes, as you can see, Magic Water works very well. So Tifa would be great here as well, but it's mostly just AB management, practice. What moves do you need to execute to finish off the boss as quickly to get the highest score on each of them? I know for me that those 3 bosses, the Genesis copy is my weakness, but there isn't really much I can do. I don't know, maybe I'll practice a little bit more, but I hope you found this guide helpful, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.